think the best thing I ever did was say this dream out loud to the people who care about me the most. And when you're stuck, you raise your hand.
Having someone that can be there with you to navigate that without any sort of judgment.
I'm Michelle.
And I'm Whitney. This is the Use Your Fear podcast.
Our favorite natural disaster.
There was a sign that just said, "It is hurricane season. Be prepared." And I'm like, oh shit, is it gonna rain this weekend? I did instantly look it up, and I'm like, oh no, we're good.
I would totally tell you guys if there was a hurricane before you came to Houston. I would be coming to Austin for sure.
There you go.
With the cats.
Bye, man.
No, not you. For sure.
He was not mentioned by name.
He's not allowed to come to the hurricane.
Obviously my husband, but definitely the cat.
He has to live through it.
Exactly.
Batten down the
Hatches.
I was about to say forces. Wow.
Here.
We are here.
With a real guest.
We have a real
A
guest.
real one.
A real boy.
Suck it all, you unreal guys.
Oh, man. Rachel, gosh, how long have we been friends?
I was 18,
Yes.
so that long ago. You do the math, listener.
It is longer than the 20 years that we have been friends.
But not much.
We've been friends for forever.
Yeah, we go back.
A million years.
Yeah, we have raised each other.
Yeah, I wanted to move to Austin because of Rachel, and then I was told no. You're just trying to follow
Not
your
a sorority.
Yeah. In the big city of Weatherford.
Well, you had been there a year already when I got there,
That's
so
true.
you were very worldly in my eyes.
Oh my goodness, really?
Absolutely.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Elder statesman.
Here at the Use Your Fear podcast, we play a game, and it's called High, Low, Buffalo. Your high is what's your latest good thing. What? She's laughing at me. Your low is obviously self-explanatory, and your buffalo is what's surprising. We're going to go, us, and then at the end, you are going to go and give your high-low buffalo of the interview and the experience.
I love it. I want to write a theme song for High Low Buffalo.
Approved. This came from Whitney's kid, actually.
Yeah.
Her son. And
very cool.
so now we're doing it because I'm in love with it.
It's fun. We say it at dinner every night.
I know. It's adorable.
And my husband's is typically, I walked a dog. Hello, it was hot outside. Buffalo, I saw a snake.
So what's your high-low buffalo?
I'd say my high is being back in the wonderful city of Houston. I won't live here, but I do like it because my best friend's here.
That's right.
So being here with you guys and getting some girl time.
Yes.
My low is that it's hotter than a witch's titty. And my buffalo is this great sweater
Yes.
that Rachel made.
So my buffalo.
Yes. You can have it too.
I don't
buffalo.
want it to be different. My high was my fantastic chunk of cinnamon at the top of my parfait.
Your beautifully layered lasagna parfait.
Lasagna parfait.
Lasagna style, not lasagna flavored.
Triple, however many decker
Yeah.
parfait.
My low was, why did I always get serious here?
You always do. It doesn't
I
have to
do.
be, but you can. That's fine. It is a low.
My low is like I was in full on panic mode this morning.
This is true.
But like baseline panic mode. So it was normal. For y'all freaked out, but I was like, no, guys, this is normal.
We did not have to take her to the emergency.
No,
That's so
Wasn't
exciting.
That's a buffalo.
yeah.
Would have gotten a lot less done.
Agreed. Yeah.
And my buffalo, I think, is filming doing 2 episodes in one day. Like,
Oof.
Woo! First time.
we're
Long
doing
distance.
Stop the Fear We Wear series.
Spin-off of our Am I Enough series, where we're
Yes.
going to bring in 2 of our closest friends who have very similar topics to talk about. So
Different perspectives. Though.
different perspectives. Yes.
Yeah, which I loved. I really connected to that. I was
Yeah?
like, that's it. I basically like was a tour manager for a while and like had a panic attack in the booth while the show is happening. So I'm like trying to run a show, but I'm like
Beginning or end?
in the in a
Middle.
bit like 10 minutes in or so.
Okay.
And I like have cues.
Yeah.
But I'm like, I feel like I'm destroying everything. And,
Yeah.
and it's that moment of like, this is it. Everyone knows now that I suck at this, that I'm terrible at this job. I was like, I've been getting away with it for decades.
You have faked it.
Failed my way upward. And I'm just like in this room, like, I call it the sunken place when I have a panic attack. It's just like every like sound goes weird, and I just like the distance I am behind my eyes right now just like lengthens.
Yeah.
So you're just kind of like watching the world like through binoculars,
Right.
A little bit, but it's just like that, and just fighting to get back to
Right.
like the place where you can actually impact the world in any way.
Yeah.
And yeah, just like sitting there and being like,
What happened?
Michelle, like literally nothing.
Nothing?
I missed up 2 cues.
That's it? That's magic, though.
Yeah, it wasn't. I mean, there weren't that many cues in the show. Thanks God. Like, it's not a stressful show. It was just like early in the morning on like 4 hours of sleep over
Yes.
2 days, and like just this insane thing that you have to do. And like, yeah.
You guys
It
were
was
on
just,
the
I
road.
was too tired and everything was happening very quickly, and I just like curled in and could not engage with it anymore.
Did you know what it was when it was happening?
I had one before that was sort of similar, but like I didn't really, like once I was sort of in it and a little bit afterwards, I was like, did I just?
Was that?
Oh no. It was a bit of like, it had to be that, right? Because
Yeah.
I was like, I just dissociated entirely during a thing.
Wow.
Like, I was like, there's a lot of, being on and at work in that job, but that's like the most on and at work you sort of are.
Yeah.
Is when you're actually making the show happen.
Yes. Things are how you can't deal with that
Yeah.
feeling at the time.
Exactly. There's no
time for you.
hey guys, can I get
Right.
exactly. Hey performer, if you
Yeah.
could go, like we're gonna
guys.
start over.
Hey guys, I'm gonna take 5.
Exactly. We got like, hey everybody, thank you so much for coming. We're just gonna like rewind it back just a little bit.
That's the
It's gonna be
rewind
great. Just if you brought some juice, go ahead and drink it. It's a kids show.
Did you, when you were in the middle of it, was there tears? Was it just pure frozen?
No, absolutely just terrified, fighting to get back to a place where I could comprehend what was happening in
Yeah.
the world around me.
I have never talked to another person about panic attacks.
It was in this job that I like never felt super safe and secure in. Like basically the administrative side of the creative side of theater. Like you get everything that's going on in the room and you kind of have to stage management is a weird word. Like it kind of means something different to something
That's
like
true.
everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's part of the stress of it is like walking in and thinking that
What are the
like,
expectations?
this is my job, and then they're like, oh no, that is not. That is actively.
So it just means something different everywhere you go.
Absolutely, yeah.
I didn't even think about it like that. That's such a good.
Yeah, but it was like the best way I could think of to get into the rooms that I wanted to get into. I was not getting there as a performer, which I know, shock of shocks, I'm not that magical on stage.
Yes, you are.
Yeah, I got into this job, and it is interesting because I don't know. Part of the way I feel about being in the room is always a little like, I feel like I should be looking through a peephole.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, man, are they gonna let me tell them what to do today?
Right.
That's so
Instead of like just being the person that's actually willing to take it on.
Right.
And I have had people over the course of my career actually tell me I'm bad at what I'm doing. Have y'all ever had that?
Oh, 100%. Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
It's not fun.
And you're
Yeah.
like, when did the rules change? Like, I've been doing it this way forever, and everybody loves it. And now you're looking at me like I have 10 heads. Like,
I mean, mine was very easily traceable to like an emotional reaction to a situation that had happened. So it was like, oh, this person knew exactly which bruise to match.
Yeah.
You know, like when you're like really trying to do a good job and being very honest about how you're trying to do a good job and just like, oh man, I have like half of the things that I need to actually do this well. And like, I'm trying really hard and I don't know everything and all this. And they're suddenly like, I could do your job and my job.
well,
You really don't need to be here at all.
Yeah.
You're actively harming this organization. You're like, I know exactly why this happened, and I'm pretty sure that this is BS and that I don't need to listen to that. And then part of you's like, he's so spot on, he sees it. He figured it out.
like all your deepest, darkest thoughts about yourself that you've tried to, no, that's not right. That's not right. And then someone actually who you don't really know, but they see it clear as day and name it in front of you.
Do you think that's part of like being on the creative side too, is that we're maybe a little sometimes too honest about our thoughts and feelings? And so people, because I know I do this, where I'll say something that's just like, my husband's constantly like, maybe don't say those things. And I'm like, I can't help it. Like, I just can't. This is who I am. And I'm an over explainer. I'm over the, and then someone takes it and then they can use it against you. And that sucks.
Yeah.
Like I had a conversation with my boss, and I, been going through different medical stuff, have chronic migraines, started having seizures and things. So I've had MRIs, not like the, regular
Grand Mal.
The Grand Mal, thank you. I always want to call it tonic Monica, and I'm like, that's not it. I don't know where that term has come from, but I stay aware. They're frontal lobe, like focused, where my electricity slows down, but I'm aware during the whole time. It's like this out of body experience, but I'm having a conversation where she's basically telling me I suck at my job and that maybe I should consider not being in my position for health reasons.
As you,
And then she's like, and you're also a parent. And I'm like, okay, so are you.
Oh, that's another ding against me, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I'm like, I know you are too. And
would a man be getting this speech?
Yeah,
That's
right?
exactly the way it's presented.
right?
Because there were plenty of men that also have children. I mean, probably aren't going through the same medical things I'm going through, but the few guys that I worked with that I'm really close with, and I'd have these conversations, they're like, that's not okay.
Yeah.
So yes, I get it. Like, I think that's a piece of creative people that we are too trusting with our thoughts. And then we do find someone in there that use it against us, and that sucks.
Yeah.
I'm sorry that happened.
I think we have to have as creative people, you have to have that safe space. So you automatically, like, that's an automatic, I'm in that space.
Yeah.
And then whenever you're like slapped across the face with, oh, I'm not.
Yeah.
It's hard.
So jarring.
I've so often been like almost in charge of building that space and making it feel the way, like, the company wants it to feel the way I want to feel. And to just have it like it feels like a slap in the face paired with ice water over the top of your head.
What was the resolution out of that? Like, did you?
Resolution is a strong word. I mean, I had to keep working with this person
I
for
know,
half
that's
a
what
year.
I'm like, for half a year.
Absolutely no resolution at all.
Yeah.
Like, we just kind of muddled through the best we could and, like, play the hand you're dealt
Yeah.
at that point. Like, I could have quit, but I did not.
Yeah.
And I could have tried to get that person fired, but I did not.
Yeah.
And you just knew the job itself was ending soon anyway.
Yeah.
So struggled through and just tried to make sure all of the pieces of the puzzle, i.e. all of like the people involved in the show, were gonna show up and do their job every day.
Yeah.
And that I tried my best to show up every day and do my job the best I could either. I wasn't always as successful as I wanted to be.
Right.
But I basically just sort of kept trying the way I had been trying the whole time.
Well, it sounds like once you get hit with that realization, like, oh, I'm not in a safe space, like, but I still need to create that for everybody else. So it's almost like there's a glitch in this spot right here, and you move around it and do everything you can to keep that copacetic and keep that boundary there so you protect yourself.
Yeah, it's just there's a whole kind of where that relationship was that is covered in cordiality.
Right.
Yeah, keep the hurt from interfering with your job.
Do you ever go back over it in your head and wonder, I wish I would have done this, I would have done that? Like,
I should probably say yes, but no.
no, that's
not really.
fine. I love that about you because I feel like, no, seriously.
I don't know what else I would have done. I could have burned it all down.
Yeah.
I'm glad I didn't do that.
No, I love that you didn't go to a place where you beat yourself up about it.
There was some of that. And I mean, also, and both of y'all know this, like when you're in it, like when you're just like out there doing it, there's not a lot of room for processing and for confrontation. And tour management is very like you're client facing. Because you're going to other venues, you're working with other teams, and you're working with your own team. So it's like you're talking to upwards of 20 people, 20 to 30, usually, like, people.
Who you would like to continue working with down the line on other projects.
Yeah, because you also have, like, your touring agent that, like, they'll probably, like, you're reporting, they're reporting, everybody's reporting, and everybody wants to get asked back. You're an ambassador for the show, for the company, for even your town, if you're, like, since you're on the road.
True.
But yeah, you just don't want, like, the reputation, like, anyone's reputation to suffer.
Yeah.
Like, that is part of the job.
Is that the
ambassador?
Is that the only time you've had, like, a panic attack at work? Or, like, do you notice, like, similarities?
I had one where it's a feeling of powerlessness, I figured out, because I've had at least one other one while I was also theater related, when we were going to go overseas to do a show at a festival, which was very, sexy and important. And it was like a month-long, like, trip overseas. And the show we were doing at the time had a lot of sound equipment involved, like, not sound like speakers or anything, but sound like wind machines and bicycle horns and, like, shoes and surfaces that the shoes walk on. So, like, all this Foley equipment of, like, these, like, the whole middle of the stage is taken up by 2 8-foot tables covered in this stuff.
Yeah.
And we put the stuff on a boat months before this gig, and the boat got delayed.
Yeah.
So that big piece of my show that's in the middle of the stage, like, it ended up arriving a few days after we started the shows. But, like, there, like, there's no way. Like, we couldn't just, like, okay, well, we'll just get everything. We're just not going to do the first few days. Like, I had to find everything in the 2 weeks before we left to replace the stuff that was on the boat.
Oh my God.
So
when it came, did you, like, take everything back?
there was Yeah, there was no it came. It was like I was asking friends. I was ordering things on Amazon. I was
You'd
going
already
to
moved
people's
past that.
houses. Yeah, like we had to bring everything with us there and just like do our best.
Right.
But yeah, when it arrived, we're like, okay. Does any
Anybody need
like, hey, Foley artist, do you want to switch anything out?
How did you feel after you got the solution? After like the panic set in, you went into motion, and then afterwards?
Oh man, I felt like absolute trash.
Really?
Oh god, I felt awful. I was like, I ruined everything.
But after you solved the problem, though, you found all the things.
There wasn't any sense of accomplishment because it was this like wave of tasks that it just like folded into and swelled. So it's basically like you just have to keep doing and you have to keep going and like you have to get 8 people across an ocean now and you have to get like all of these things done and you have to get the show going and you have to talk to all these like cool Canadians and Australians. You're meeting all these people and you've never worked at festival. Like it just keeps moving. So there's no like
Time to stop and process it.
yeah. So there's no hangout yay until like everything's kind of up and you're going.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just like a lot to nonstop go.
Yeah.
Like we were talking about the events back to back. And then just like you don't get to like process what you're going through.
Yeah.
And then you're also trying to keep a safe place for your performers you're taking across this ocean.
Yeah.
And make sure that they don't see the craziness that's going on. And that's not just a lot to, mentally.
Yeah. And how much to like share to like create camaraderie and like not hide things, but also not freak anyone out.
Yeah.
That like the show's not gonna be ready. It's like it's gonna be ready, it's fine. But it's like it's fine. It's fine though.
So it sounds like that occurrence almost like added more onto your plate. Like
Inconvenient.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's like you can plan for breaks, you can plan for this, and then all of that was wiped clean. And
But
it
my
was
body like
just-
randomly dissociating from its surroundings is not like that just adds on to the pile of like, well, now I have to worry about that happening kind of whenever.
Yeah.
Like whenever it decides to.
Yeah, and so you said you felt terrible, not great in both circumstances.
Yeah, it's scary.
Yeah. Is that what you're afraid of? Like it would happen again? Or like
I mean, that's part of it. I feel like once it happens once, you're like, okay, well, game on, I guess.
Which one happened first?
The boat happened first.
boat happened first.
Yeah.
So when you were talking about the play and being there and, missing some cues and stuff, and it was children's play, it just kind of made me think too. I'm like, you're in a job around people who are performing at all times and like falling into this self-doubt, this like imposter syndrome. Do I belong here? And like feeling like you've masked yourself to be there. It's almost like you're performing in your role to be there. It's like this weird
Tour manager
cycle.
Rachel was like an entire person.
Yes.
Different from me.
Yes.
Like, and sometimes I was her for weeks at a time.
Yes.
Yeah.
So you had no idea, like you were totally like not even in tune with yourself, like what your real thoughts and feelings were. It was just.
Yes. And also, like, I'm an only child, so I'm used to having some time.
Yes.
To just like. I grew up with time to, just be in my room by myself and not have to talk to anybody.
Right.
And I'm
I
very
need to
extroverted.
reset.
Yeah. Like, and I'm used to, like, the luxury of having that time has been around. So when I do not get that time, like, it can get kind of hairy. Like, you start coping in different ways.
Yeah.
What were ways that you coped?
One of them was named Tequila.
Yeah.
That's fine. Mine was named wine or Jameson. So, yes.
Like
We broke up.
beer and tequila for my ladies. And I mean, I don't know, just like any sort of like, what sounds fun? Let's go do something fun.
Yeah.
Let's go like,
Distract.
yeah, or just lay on the bed. You get through it
Yeah.
until you don't.
Definitely a lot of the conversation that you and I have had
Yeah.
is coping in different ways. Mine was coping with alcohol and then getting into my sobriety. You got into your burnout and ended up needing to, you with your toxic positivity, all of those things.
Rachel was there for that too.
Yes. That was a fun period, wasn't it? But then it is also the shutdown. And that's a big one.
Yeah.
Because I'm big on completely just shutting down.
Yeah.
I'll just be like, no, I'm done.
And I mean, it seems like that was what my body was trying to do in these moments of extreme reaction. It was just if you can't disengage, I will disengage for you.
Yeah.
It's scary when it's not your choice to.
Tell me about it. Yeah. I mean, you shut down. I did the overworking.
Yes.
Where it's just, there's no time for any of this, and stay, keep the negative quiet, everything, the duck is swimming and everything looks pristine at the top, and then underneath, there's all kinds of crazy shit happening. Yeah. And so for you, how long can you run like that? How do you refill your cup after that? What does that look like?
Yeah, not very long, turns out. It's weird that she's never chosen to have children.
I feel that.
Yeah. I mean, what I'm kind of trying to do at this point is be more judicious about where my time goes. And since my body is obviously throwing up here, hey, there's a barrier here.
Yeah. Boundaries. That's a good one.
Boundaries are fun.
Just absolutely. Yeah, boundaries out of my control. But I'm okay, well, I guess there's a fence there. It's electrified.
Good to know.
Let's try and stay shy of that. Especially the second one. I think both of them, I was very tired. I was my body was run down, so I try my best to get enough sleep and try to. Yeah. I mean, I feed my body trash, let's be real, but I try to sleep enough.
Yeah.
And give myself enough calories for the day and all nutrients I need as much as possible and my tastes allow for. Right. Loving to myself about what I'm in charge of and what I'm not, and what I care to be in charge of and what I don't.
Right. Yeah.
When I have a choice.
I was supposed to say, sometimes you don't have a choice in
sometimes
that.
You don't have a choice, but sometimes you do. Yeah. And you can be I don't want to.
When you were going, because you're not in the theater world anymore, right? You're in a different...
Adjacent,
but not directly in the...
I'm not managing tours anymore.
So you're not in the area that caused you to have these panic attacks.
Yeah.
Which is great.
Yeah.
But when you were having that and you were in that world still, how did it affect your overall life? Outside of work? Did you have a life outside of work?
I mean, sometimes.
Sometimes.
Well,
were you just putting it all into work?
It was... The thing about that particular job is that it does not make enough money for that to be your only job.
Yeah,
right.
In a lot of ways. So I still had other things I was doing, and then trying to have a social life on top of that, maintain friendships and I could and all of that stuff. So yeah, I have been very lucky, and I have also sought out money-making roles that interest me and put me in rooms with incredible people, very smart, very creative, and that is an incredibly enriching part of the job that balances out a lot of the stress. Doesn't erase it, of course. No. Makes it more worth it. Yeah. Having another job gives you somewhere to go.
Right.
Yeah. Still feel like you're putting your energy towards something that is working.
It's a different muscle.
It is. And it's and I like that. I like being able to do multiple different things.
Yeah.
Doing the same thing all day, every day doesn't appeal. I don't know. I mean, there are people I'm sure that appeals to, and that sounds incredible.
Yeah.
But I definitely jump around a lot.
Yeah.
Talking about what fills my cup, and what fills my cup partially is variety and also time to not have to do anything I don't want to.
The ability to say no.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
No is a complete sentence.
Are you good at saying it?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. That's always been sometimes better than other times.
Yeah, sure.
I mean, if there is something that I'm like, I know I do not want to do, there won't be ambiguity about that.
Yeah. 10 toes in. And that's one of my favorite things about you is because I'll try to compromise, but I think it's good to surround yourself with people who know where that line, you will do everything you can and until you get to a certain point and you're like, all right, I'm out.
An ornery only child.
If that's an only child thing, I've got 2 only children, so.
You do.
I mean, it's just about if you just have I don't remember ever really questioning it. I'm like, this is what I want, and if this happens, this can't happen. So I'm not going to do anything that compromises.
How many years ago would those first panic attacks, would you say?
The first one was almost a decade ago. And the most recent one was 2 years ago.
That was the most recent one.
Yeah.
If it was going to come on again, are there anything that you would do to either say to yourself or...
So many things, it depends on where I am when it happens.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm probably not going to be chilling out on the couch, so I likely won't have a lot of options on what I can do. The last time was really just you have to come back. You have to come back. You have to, what is happening?
Yeah.
Can't remember if it got to the point of actually narrating inside my head what I was seeing, but just trying any way I could to get to a place where things I was seeing meant something, and how I fit into it, and make body do thing.
Was there anything you were able to do to get you back to that?
I mean, it eventually worked. I wasn't out that long. Just focus on breathing as much as possible. Focus on what's happening around and being and basically just it's okay. You're not actually in danger.
This is temporary.
Yeah. I mean, I don't operate on brains, right? Art is important, but if I flub a couple cues, no one's getting guillotined. Context is often important.
It is.
Be I have let myself rise to this, and it's not... That doesn't serve me or the art I'm trying to make.
Right.
So,
in that moment.
Exactly.
Yeah.
There's a sweet spot of giving a shit.
So do you think you do anything now to hold boundaries up so you don't go back to that place?
Yeah, it is largely about, sort of spotting situations that I know put me in that place.
Right.
And trying to either avoid them or be really diligent about where I am on that spectrum of give a shit.
Yeah. Can you share what things need to take place in order for you to be in that place? What triggers it?
Brain tired is not a thing I do well.
Yeah.
So being very, very cognizant of rest.
How do you have a habit to stay on top of rest? I have an alarm on my phone. I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, I do have a nightly routine.
Right.
Go to bed, read a book for however long my brain wants to read that book, and then fall asleep on the book. Yeah, it's been that way for a very long time. Since I was in single digits age-wise.
Anything else besides no sleep that would put you in...
I mean, losing perspective is often you can't get ramped all the way up. It's just how my brain works. I'm just zoom, I call it this, you zoom out a little bit. And you're okay, what about this is fixable? If you feel if I feel myself starting to get really stressed out, I'm okay, okay, wait a minute. Wait a dang old minute. What is actually in my control right now? What is you know, if I don't love what's happening right now, how much of it can I fix?
Yeah.
Would it be appropriate for me to fix it? Can I distance myself from it if not so? And still be doing what I need to do, showing up for myself and others.
It's like getting curious with yourself.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And just sort of practicing that, being able to pop in and out. And just like, practicing that sort of like mental muscle.
Yeah.
Of
Compartmentalizing a little bit.
forcing your perspective upon yourself.
Mindfulness, is that what they call it?
Ooh, mindfulness.
Mindfulness.
Yeah.
Thank you, therapy.
Get that mindfulness in there.
I feel like I've just started to hang out with mindfulness, just to, because I've been in the red mode and I just stay in the. I don't know how to get out. I don't see past the end of my nose. I'm revved.
Yeah.
And where did you learn that from anywhere?
Honestly, I was reading a book about emotional intelligence, and that's like the literal first thing they tell you to do.
Yeah.
And it was
I didn't pay attention to the part.
past the first.
I didn't finish that one.
I was just like, that's really good.
You took the
I read
cliff
the book,
notes.
but I only
Cliff
like
notes.
I was like that. I'll try to do this one this week. It's like exercise, like exercising your body, where you can like feel it kind of getting stronger, and like the begrudging, it hurts, but it helps.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like this isn't like always pleasant, but like feels like you're sort of wrenching and you're just like, I don't have time to have perspective on my situation right now. But like that's when you need it the most, is when you're shouting at yourself through your teeth about it.
I think one of the things, like, when I needed to step away, because I think similarly in career-wise, like, you're in the middle of it. You can't really step away.
Yeah.
If I'm cooking for 1,000 people, I can't really step away either. But if I have a second or a minute, I will go and, like, use the restroom to, like, recenter myself. Or can I go take a quick walk around the building to come back in?
The times you speak up or don't speak up, when you're like, I think I know the answer to this, but I also...
You doubt yourself.
Yeah, and I'm like, is it my place? Do I know enough about this to like actually speak to it? Like, I might be the person in the room that knows enough about it, but what does everyone else have to say? And like, maybe just if I think they're wrong, I might say something. But, but just sort of, let it. Maybe if somebody in a different position has a better idea, then we go with theirs and see how that works. Yeah, just not raising your voice to kind of steer the conversation in the way you think it should be. I think there are times that saved my ass. And there's times that I'm like, I'm so glad I didn't say that.
That would have been awful.
I had a hilarious moment with some friends recently that was like, one of us looked at the other ones and was like, I don't think I'm cool enough to be friends with y'all.
What?
And we're like, but I don't think I'm cool enough. Yeah, we were talking earlier about like the rooms that you can trust yourself in.
Yes.
And it's like, if you're in a room where you feel safe, like enough to say something like that, you should absolutely say something about it.
Right.
Just something that was like, I feel like distancing us from each other.
Right.
Was something that bound us closer together
For sure.
once it was spoken.
Yeah. The same fears that we go through, which is probably why we all bond so well together.
Yeah.
Because we're all going through the same
We'll create
mental.
that safe space together for that. Like, we can say the crazy shit.
Yeah. Like, I think last night I came up to you, I was like, do you feel like since the pandemic you don't understand how to be around another human being?
When is the last time you've experienced imposter syndrome?
Does right now count?
100% it count.
It hasn't been as bad in recent years, I think.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm talking about like a panic attack I had like a year and a half ago, but I'm sort of less in that world now and sort of in more worlds where I feel a little more like secure and safe, and it's just safer rooms basically. And it's harder to feel like you're an imposter when you are like trusted implicitly by someone who makes it very clear that they trust you.
Yeah. Do you feel imposter syndrome like just with work or with all aspects of life?
Most aspects. Yeah. It's interesting. Yeah, because it's like, it's friendships, it's crafting even. Like, it took me forever to make a garment.
But
Yeah.
the original Rochelle. So that's because I had imposter syndrome when I first met you.
Yeah. Ooh.
And you were younger than me.
Mm-hmm.
But I think because like I knew like you've done a lot of plays and I've like dabbled in one act play, and then in college I was like, yeah, I want to hang out with theater kids. So I just kind of like, hey, I'm here. But you like, I feel like you have more of the knowledge, more of the background. You grew up, kind of paying attention to what theater is out there, what the songs are. Like, I just felt like you just naturally were there and you just knew more. Like, you were just...
That's also a
theater
vibe I put
smarts.
off in rooms where I'm not comfortable.
Ooh, interesting.
I find
Absolutely. I'm just like... like, if I'm just like, I don't know anyone here. If anybody talks to me, I will start screaming. I have no idea what I'm doing. And if anyone talks to me, they'll know. They'll know. So just don't invite them. Don't invite, like, be
And then you just
aloof.
say smart things.
Be aloof. And then I can't help being snarky.
So how did this end up happening if you felt like
That is so funny.
if you felt like that about her and you were like, oh, she's this worldly person, like you both had this like almost like, oh, she's here and I'm down here kind of thought about each other. Like, how in the world did y'all finally come together?
I mean, the thing about doing a play is that it is so collaborative.
Yeah.
And you're just sort of like hearing, like, you're in the room with everybody, like, being themselves, like, talking about, and I mean, everyone's in the room because they care about it.
Yeah.
So it's easy, like, I find it's easier to like people when they're talking about something they care about.
Yeah.
And, like, and it's like, it's the common interest. It's a common interest club, kind of at the...
Do you recognize when you're going into imposter syndrome, or is that something you realize later, do you think?
I mean, I often know beforehand if I'm doing something new, like what my level of like comfort is with that, especially if it's like a sort of like promotion or a like area that I'm not as familiar with.
Yeah.
In which case, like, yeah, for sure.
I was going to ask that because you feel safe and comfortable. And I was like, is that because you're doing something that you've typically done? But it sounds like you have people that make you feel safe in that space.
It sort of always goes back to the people for me. Like, the job can be, I don't know, like feeling trusted helps a lot. Because that's part of like if I don't trust me and other people don't trust me, then like I should get out of this room right now,
How do you what do people do that make you feel trusted?
I mean, I've been lucky enough to like do jobs with friends a lot.
Right.
Like, a lot of my professional life has been with people I'm either tangentially like familiar with or like have been buddies of mine for a while. And which exactly, it is very hard to feel less than or inferior or like you don't belong somewhere when somebody goes out of their way to make you feel like you belong and they trust you, and that like I wanted you here, you specifically, because you can do this and this and this and this. And I'm gonna use, like, you can do that, and I'm gonna use that. I'm gonna use that, and you're gonna do the things you can do.
You said something that I resonated with where you said that my boss does things to make me feel safe. Like, what specifically from your boss, like, does she or he do to make you feel safe?
I legit had a boss who, like, headhunted me. They were like, I have seen what you do and you are good at what you do, and I want you to do that for me now.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which
awesome.
is
Your
incredible
reputation,
and
yeah.
extremely lucky.
Yeah.
And, like, yeah, if that's an option, absolutely choose it.
Mhm.
And I think, I think that should be just kind of part of the workplace anyway. It's not
Should
like
be.
all the way. There's, room for people to be friends or not friends, but like if you're working together, there has to be a level of trust. And
Yes.
however you get to trust is like, depending on the situation, like do your best to get to trust. Some people won't ever trust you, and that's okay, but also, does that need to be a permanent situation if you can possibly get out of it?
Yeah.
Like, think really hard about if it's worth it.
Leading to imposter syndrome, like, I wore a mask because I didn't trust my own, like, what did I want? What did I like? Like, it was, how do I need to present myself to show up a certain way?
Yeah.
And then when you like go to stretch and do something you've never done before, and you have to show up and come correct in a room in a certain way, and you're just reaching.
If you feel like you can't do something, you create a person.
Yeah. Yes.
that can.
That's literally what I did.
And it's just like, and that can be helpful and freeing sometimes,
Uh-huh.
like the fake it till you make it.
It
thing.
was.
But if you get like locked into the person that you have made.
I was the don't tell me not to do it because then I'm extra gonna do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll show the spite.
Yes. No, but I was always like, oh, don't get tattoos. They're for, I don't know.
Hooligans.
They're trashy.
They're for hooligans.
trashy.
And now
Yeah.
they're
Everybody
for
is
now they're for chefs who like to make a nice pork belly with a balsamic glaze.
Sign me up.
Because underneath it we're all still pirates.
Yeah. And that's why I'm having a midlife crisis, because I'm like, oh, tattoos are cool. Who knew? You have badass tattoos too.
That's
Based on the original people who made me feel safe, my mom and my grandma.
And as I like to say, my body is a temple and my temple is an art gallery.
Yes.
Are there any, from everybody here, but any advice for anybody going through imposter syndrome? Because I feel like we all kind of have different versions of it. Like, you say it's all aspects of life. I think you're pretty similar in that too. I feel like mine's been mostly lately in my current position of work. I haven't overly felt it in other things. Like maybe when I was younger, when I wasn't my true self.
Yeah.
But because we all have different ways it affects us, like, what would be your advice to like the younger you?
About reframing for me, I
Yeah.
guess. It's kind of hard to like be in your own head and like worrying about how you're being perceived if you're like involved in like learning something, or if you're just like focused on something outside of yourself, which again is the zoom out.
Yeah.
Like, you just can't process that many things at the top of your dome at the same time.
Yes, you
so it's
can.
there's always room for self-doubt.
Say yes to everything.
I'd say, just like pay more attention to the work to getting better at the work you're doing than worrying about how bad you are at the work you're doing.
Yeah.
And like how you are being perceived as you go about that work.
Yeah.
I think it's important to like, you always want to level up. You always want to, get better each day. But it's how you do that and how you take care of yourself in that process. And mine is definitely self-talk. I was very, very horrible to myself internally. And
I would get down on myself when I failed and just say the most horrific things. So now I stop and I'm like, is that kind? And now I have a sassy person who comes out and says, stop it. No, girl. But I did this exercise in group therapy that was, it's basically like, you mentioned reframing. And so you say something like, I need to work out. Keep tapping that. I need to work out more. And then you get in with yourself like, I deserve to take care of myself. So I think it's first noticing, and you guys can correct me or add to it if, whatever. But first it's noticing, is this kind? And then next, okay, whatever you're saying, what's a different way of saying that?
You can sort of high-low buffalo yourself.
Oh, yeah.
Can really think about, because most of the time, I feel like when I have felt like I shouldn't be in a room or like I'm lying kind of being here, be like, okay, why do you think you are here? And what are you doing? Like, if I'm like nervous about a show I'm doing or like a project I'm taking on, like, why did I get hired for this? And like being like, this is like, sometimes you can like, and it's probably not going to work the first time. Like, you can sort of like be aware of things that your body seems not to be aware of, and just like, oh, but it's not. It's like, no, you are, this is good because of this, and you're enriching the situation. The situation is enriching you if you let it.
Yeah.
So just keeping that, the fact that you are actually, even if you're not like to the letter 100% comfortable and qualified for something, knowing that basically no one else is either is like a huge help.
It's a good realization for sure.
That is because you probably sit there and think everybody else is perfect at what they're doing.
Yeah, exactly.
And that you're the only one.
Who the hell am I?
Yeah, you're the only one messing it up.
Yeah, and that like thinking about, things that make you nervous and that like push you out of your comfort zone, and like those things can be the most enriching things that you learn the most from. And that like sometimes even this feeling of I don't know what I'm doing, like if you never feel anything remotely like that, if you're perfectly comfortable, then kind of like, what are you doing? And like, it's time to move forward and like push a little out of that comfort zone.
Right. One time I had a person who actually recognized that I was going through imposter syndrome at work, and she reached out to one of her contacts about something I was struggling with, and she was like, here, this guy is really great. Maybe he could be sort of a mentor to you. And we had a great conversation. I learned so much. And it was just kind of, I think we all know what that imposter syndrome looks like. And I think it's very important to then, when you recognize it in the room too, that you reach out and help that person, because you don't know what an impact that can make on someone.
Yeah.
Because imposter syndrome can get real dark real fast.
Speaking of high-low and buffalo.
Oh, yeah.
What would you say your high-low buffalo of this experience?
I feel like I'm getting graded.
Right? You are.
Let's see. Okay. Hi. I mean, it's so nice to sit and look people in their face and talk to them without like all the phones and everything. I know it's like cliche, but I'm like, just like having a however long hour conversation we just had is like absolutely topped me off.
We're at 2.5.
You see, low, forgot my allergy medicine, so I've been leaking steadily the entire time.
Thanks,
and my eyes
Cass.
getting a little bit raw. And buffalo.
You found out you have anxiety.
Shut up.
It was kind of amazing to talk to you about like something that you realized you had never talked to anybody about before. Like that was not something I was expecting.
I
and
wasn't
it's
either.
so incredible.
I totally like didn't even see my screen anymore. I was like just like, zeroed right in.
Tell me more about this sunken place.
I know. Like I zeroed in on you like a vampire.
It was
I just
amazing.
like,
It was really, I was cool. I'm glad we could share that. That was cool.
yeah.
Is there anything about Rachel's story that really stood out to you?
Ooh. Dang. I think it was funny hearing that we both had imposter syndrome when we met. And I feel like we never would have talked about that if it wasn't for this.
Mm-hmm.
And
Most people don't, and it's a travesty.
yeah.
I mean, that's definitely for me what I think stood out was you admitting that, like, feeling in a room like that. And I'm like, I've never gotten that vibe from you. No. And that's that. Well, I fake it till I make it. And, it's just like knowing that now, I'm like, oh, I never did.
Yeah.
And thank you for being candid with us.
It makes me want to be more curious with like,
Other people.
Mm-hmm.
And we should be more curious in life about others.
The cool girls are not okay.
No. You do truly never know what anyone's going through.
No.
Yeah.
Even your best friends.
Yeah. I mean, we've had conversations recently that we've never talked about.
What?
Yeah. And it's so wild how you can be best friends or even married to somebody or whatever it is.
Yeah.
And still you don't know everything.
Yeah.
And so
And you never will.
No, you never will.
But their whole, you're like, I did not know that there was this whole kind of
But I like the idea of being more curious and finding these things out. I think that's important. And that is kind of what we talked about at the end of our last episode was that we want to know the stories. We want to talk to people. We want to find out more because then it'll help others understand that they're not the only ones going through these things.
No, I just want people who are listening to think about where imposter syndrome shows up in their life. Are they pretending and feeling like they're going to get found out? What can you do in that situation? I think just zooming out. I love that analogy of just zooming out and let's look at this practically. Yeah, please share your thoughts with us on Instagram.
Email us.
Email the podcast at podcast@useyourfear.com.
Check us out on Patreon. Find us, share us with your friends, DM us, email us, reach out if you would like to be a part of our show, if you want us to talk about anything in particular. We're very happy to have you guys with us.
Yes.
Yeah.
Next week, we'll have Adriel on. She's going to talk about learning to trust yourself. It's going to round out that fear of not being enough, wearing the fear that you have. And we're excited to talk to her. So look out for us next week. Same bad time, same bad channel. All right. Love you guys. Bye.
Thank you for listening to Use Your Fear podcast.
Oh, great. Have a great day.
Have a great day. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.